Welcome to Sunny Stamping Studio, and today we're doing a really easy punch pal. It's a little truffle or bonbon, and my inspiration was another quick cuts die that was shaped like this, and of course I wanted to make it with my punches so that anybody could do it without going out and having to buy the die. It's a really simple little truffle box that I made. It has the word sweet using one of the fonts from the Stampin' Up. I think it's Naturally Serif or Simply Serif, and it opens up like this. You can put in 2 little truffles and close it up and leave it on your honey's pillow. So we're going to get started. It's really easy. I have 2 1-inch circles cut, one in Close to Cocoa and one in Pixie Pink, Passion Pink. Okay, it's one of the bold bright pinks, the darker one. And suddenly I just drew a blank again. It is actually the first time I crack open this pack of cardstock, and I've owned it for 3 years. So as you can tell, I'm not very good at using the bold brights. The other thing we're going to be using is the Sahara Sand and our Scallop Square Punch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slide it in, and I am going to not waste cardstock to start. Okay, and I'm going to punch off like this. Okay, so I have a nice smooth bottom. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some scissors and I am going to, and over here, I think I'm going to make this actually a little bit shorter. And I'm going to cut it right over here. And then to make sure my other side is even with this side is I actually line it up with my cut off piece because I want both sides to be the same. And because they're the same, I can't see where I'm cutting here. Hold on. Okay, I'm just bringing this closer to my eye so that I can actually see what the heck I'm cutting. Okay. So we have my little bonbon casing over there. As you can tell, it's going to fit my little chocolate like that. And then what I'm doing with the Pixie Pink is I am making a little scribble of icing. As you can see over here, I have that little icing on the top. Well, I'm just going to do that by going back and forth with my scissors. Like so. It's a little bit sometimes tough working with tight corners like this. Okay, so I have my little squiggle done over here. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sponge everything up. So I'm using a little bit of Riding Hood Red, some Sahara Sand, and a little bit of chocolate chip. Okay, I should have had these ones already ready, but I didn't. Okay, so a little bit of the Riding Hood Red. Going to sponge up my piece. I would say it's about time to re-ink my Riding Hood Red. Okay, and a little bit of chocolate chip for the darker side. I'm actually trying to tone down that that really bright pink. Okay, so we got that one sponged up. And then for my chocolate, I'm going to sponge it up with a little bit of chocolate chip. Okay, and if you wanted, you could sponge up with a little bit of the white. I forgot to put out my white. And then you're going to take, for this one, for the little wrapper, you're going to take a Sahara Sand marker, and you're just going to draw in your lines to show the little creases in your candy wrapper. Okay, so my lines are done for the creases of my candy wrapper, and I'm going to use a little bit of Sahara Sand to ink it up. As you can tell, I'm using a sponge stopper that I normally use with black. This is just going to be adding a little bit of a darker shade, so it's kind of like blending colors on the sponge so that I end up with something a little different, a little from what Stampin' Up has. So it's just Sahara Sand on a sponge that I use with basic black. Okay, So I darken that up a little bit like that, and maybe along here at the top, because of course my chocolate's kind of spilling over a little. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my champagne shimmer paint, and I just want to add a little bit of metallic sheen to my wrapper. So I'm going to dip it in, and this time I am not going to go dropping my champagne mist all over the place like I did with my platinum the other day. And I'm just going to sponge off a little bit of the excess and rub on a little bit and tap on a little bit for a metallic look to my wrapper. Okay, I'm going to put that aside now. Now I'm just going to start putting this together. I'm going to let my champagne mist dry. I'm going to take my tweezers and I'm going to glue this to the top of my chocolate. Okay. Just remember to go lighter on the glue so it's not squishing out everywhere. And then just pop it to the top of your chocolate. And then, because my chocolate's going to be tucked under over here, I am going to add the glue to my chocolate. And I'm going to go a little bit over my pink icing. Okay. Okay, my chocolate is in the wrapper now. And then I'll just add a touch of highlighting with my gel pen. Okay, gel pen, don't fail me now. Okay, so I have my little bit of highlighting over there. I'll just bring it in a little closer for a second. Okay, and the last thing that you'll notice on my box is that I have layered font like this. I just freehanded the second layer. So what I did was I took my and you'll see it on the PDF which font I use because I can't remember the name, and I glue it. I have it here punched out in white. You can use, I use pink on the other one, and you're going to sponge it and then you're going to glue it down onto another color of cardstock, and I'm going to move out so you can see as I cut, and then you're just going to freehand cut all around. Now I would suggest saving this for the special stuff because it isn't exactly fast to do, but I love the look of layered fonts. Now here the thing is, I don't go and do every little crevice. I just kind of follow the basic outline. You'll notice I don't even attempt to go inside over there, or in any of the shapes do I ever attempt to go inside because, well, I will be here for a month of Mondays. And then kind of curve that off. We don't want any sharp points. And there you go. You got a layered letter like this. So just a great way, again, to change the look of your letters with sponging, with layering. So a few more ideas for you. So I hope you enjoyed this week's project, and I will see you guys again next week.